Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Full Court Press, episode 1. About to get it started. Me and your boy Hawk. My name is
everybody.
It's Hawk, Aaron Hawkins. You know him. It's the man. At Hawk Hoops. I'm sorry. Instagram. Plug. All right. So for today,
We got a lot to talk about.
a lot. Definitely a lot.
And a lot that happened on my way over here that I was not expecting to happen. I'm on my way over here, my phone started buzzing.
NBA app
Nah, I mean,
notification.
well, also, first off, the phone was buzzing a lot over the last 2 days.
Yeah, it was.
Because last night, no, was that 2 nights ago? When did that happen? Wednesday night.
For what, Magic?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the stunt he pulled. Disrespectful.
Wednesday night, Magic says, yo, I'm out of here, I'm leaving the Lakers.
I'm leaving. This isn't working out my way, so I'm gonna go. I didn't tell Jeannie Buss, my best friend who I love. I ain't tell her. I ain't tell LeBron. I ain't tell Luke. I'm just telling y'all. They going. Actually, y'all heard it before me. That's the way it was going. It blew my mind. It honestly did. Especially like it kind of capped off a bad season. Like the Lakers had a bad season. Magic just said, "Yo, I'm out. I'm not gonna tell nobody. I'm gonna just leave," which was like, whoa, like.
That's like
part of our front office.
That's like being at your job. You're home with your boys. It's like, man, they gonna find out I don't work no merit. They gonna find out I don't work there no more when I stop showing up. Like that's basically what he did.
Basically, and it's especially when you're an essential piece to the company. It's like, yo, I'm not coming no more. So it's like, all right, well, we got a big off season coming. We only won 35 games this year.
Yeah, they won 2 more than last year.
So it's kind of like, okay, well, this isn't going the way it's supposed to go. The way LeBron hoped it went, but you can do. Rob Pelinka.
So
he might be out too.
Keep it a buck. I think he's gonna leave. Like I either think he's gonna leave, or so 2 things are gonna happen in my opinion. Either he's gonna leave, or Jeannie Buss is gonna double down and just give him all the power and be like, Rob Pelinka's our guy. This is what we're going with. We need some sort of stability in our organization. Because right now, low key, if I'm a free agent, I'm like, y'all looking crazy over there. I don't even know if I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, she's gonna have to, because like I mentioned to you earlier, when LeBron was on the Cavs for last year, and their front office broke apart.
Yeah,
and you see the team they ended up with, and in the middle of the year they ended up with a new team.
Oh yeah,
it was just crazy. So, and we also, real quick, I don't know how I forgot Luke Walton.
Yeah,
Luke.
That's what I was saying on the way here.
Luke is gone. Their last game was 2 days ago, and Luke said, "Yo, we already knew this was coming."
But like to keep it a buck, yeah. One, you already knew that was coming.
Everybody knew, yeah.
Two, Luke is a good coach.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
I don't think anyone in the NBA thinks he's not a good coach. I think he was put in a horrible situation, 100%. But not a horrible situation. He was just put in a situation where it was just too much going on. Too many hands in the pot. Too many people trying to make moves, and too much. It was just too much going on. Yeah. He had no stability. Injuries killed his roster. Let's be straight. That roster's healthy. They're the playoff team easily.
Let me tell you what he got. When LeBron goes to a team, they automatically expect
you're going to win that one.
Automatically. There is no, we need to build this together with LeBron. Mm-hmm. When LeBron comes to your team, you need to be in the finals. I don't think
it's been that way ever since he went to Miami. Ever since he went to Miami, it's been that mode every year.
Exactly, every single year. So when he came to the Lakers, everybody was like, oh, okay, Lakers and the Warriors. They didn't think the Lakers was going to win, but the Lakers and the Warriors will be in the finals. And I don't know if Luke is able to do that. Not saying he's a bad coach, but those young players really have to step up to keep up with somebody like LeBron. It was a disaster. From the beginning of the year wasn't bad.
They were fourth in the West before he got injured.
Really nice. But
fourth in the West. After that, some other teams were playing horrible, but they still would have. The Lakers, in my opinion, could have ended up like 6th in the West if everybody's healthy at least.
Yeah, I think so.
5th to 6th.
I would say 6. I would say 6. And I would be completely fine with that. Lakers in the playoffs, even if they lost first round, they in the playoffs. I'm fine with that. But and now it's getting to the point things are breaking apart. The coach is gone. Operations of basketball gone. We'll see what happens with the GM. I don't know.
But the thing I thought about as well. Remember what happened to the Sixers last season when Brian Colangelo got fired right after the playoffs happened, and we had nobody as our GM for the whole offseason pretty much. So they made no moves, and everybody was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
The Lakers gonna have that option to not make moves.
Yeah,
so
they can't have this year again.
They can't.
No way in this world.
They need to figure out something fast, and I think that might make them. Hopefully, it doesn't, but I think it may potentially make them hire somebody who's not a good fit for the job.
Yeah,
just because they might rush themselves. I hope they don't, but I think it's a possibility that they could rush themselves.
Unless there's somebody out there that's just naturally like not a bad GM, it's just like.
And I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know enough about GMs to know who GM is available that's a good GM. I've heard people saying, and I don't know if it's because they've already worked with LeBron, but everybody said they should try to get the Cavs old GM.
Don't LeBron hate him?
I mean, maybe, but
no, it is the owner.
I don't think it should work. I don't think it should do it, but that's what I've heard.
I don't. Nah, hell no. Like, if you think about it, the Cavs team wasn't built well. You had LeBron in his prime. You had prime LeBron in the East. Yeah, that's what you got. You got prime LeBron. You drafted good 1 year, and that's what got you Kyrie. The only 2 drafts they ever had was Kyrie and LeBron.
I mean, they drafted good too because they got Trash Wiggins to swindle Kevin Love, so that was a good pick.
He's alright.
No, I mean he was a trash player, but it got him Kevin Love, so it worked.
It did. It got him Kevin Love, so they worked that. But like, I don't think he made the most amazing moves. You know what I mean? Like that year when they had Kevin Love and Kyrie, they did their thing. But besides that, LeBron was dragging.
That's true.
Especially after Kyrie, he was dragging. But so for the Lakers' future, we don't know.
Figure it out.
We'll have to see what the future brings. There's a lot of names that are available this summer, so that's something they can look into and explore. But one thing you definitely got to do is get that front office together.
That handle.
Yeah, playoffs are gonna be a lot different this year. We know LeBron.
Everybody's saying Ty Lue coming to the Lakers as a coach.
Here's my take on that. Let me see. So I don't think they need a good coach. I think they need a good person to handle LeBron. Like I think they need I can handle LeBron's everything. Like his ego, his personality, his his attitude, his anger, everything that comes with LeBron, I can handle that. And Ty Lue can handle that. When LeBron went to the Lakers, Ty Lue and Luke Walton were seen together talking. And a lot of that I thought was Ty Lue teaching him this is what you might have to do.
Yeah, this is what the media going to say.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Like I could really see how draining it is, and it sucks. And I'm not going to put it all on him. I'm definitely not. But that's what comes with being who you are, trying to be the best. That's what comes with it, especially when you created this whole get-together superstars, super teams. This generation is completely different. This era of basketball is so different. And he's the face of this era of basketball right now. So it's kind of it's what comes with it. And it's hard to coach him because his IQ is usually smarter than a lot of coaches.
Yeah, so he's definitely, I would agree and say smart.
If I was that good and my IQ was that high and the coach told me, yo, do this, and I'm like, nah, nigga, we down by 5. I'm not good. Hey, you're bugging. I got this. Yeah. Let me draw up a play. And the coach is going to be relax.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be hard. So I can see Ty Lue coming there. Why not?
I'm not against it at all.
They can't be no worse than they were this year. If you get worse, trade LeBron. Let LeBron go somewhere else.
So we didn't talk.
He's not getting traded.
Oh, okay.
He's not getting traded.
I was watching. Now, granted, I hate this guy, but it's Colin Cowherd. I hate his show. I feel like he never has anything good to say. But
that's the dude who sits up on the.
Yeah, he sits on the table.
I'm not actually a fan of him.
Yeah, he got trash takes, but the take wasn't really his. He had a poll up on Twitter, and it was just people voting. And at the time, when I tuned in, it was a couple thousand votes in there already. It was 60% of the people said the Lakers should consider trading LeBron. And I was like, y'all bugging, I felt like.
Does he have no trade clause?
He doesn't have a no trade clause. He has 2 more guaranteed years on his contract, and his 3rd year is a player option. I was like,
interested he didn't put a trade clause on there. Nobody's gonna trade LeBron,
and that's probably why he didn't put a trade clause on there. But I think at the same time too, it was also interesting that he signed a 3+1 contract. His last 5 contracts have been a 1-and-1 contract. He hasn't signed a long-term contract in a while.
LeBron. See, I don't want people to get this confused. LeBron knows he's coming to the end of his career.
Yeah.
So you don't want to spend the time signing 1-and-1.
Yeah.
He knows
he wanted to get
his family, not even just him, his family, his future,
all that.
His life after basketball is LA.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come play ball here.
Yeah.
Like,
he's definitely gonna
so
sell.
we got like $1 Million Mile show coming out.
Yeah, I saw a
Space
commercial for
Jam's
that.
coming
I was like, what even is that $1 Million Mile show? What
Tons
even
of
is
stuff
that?
coming out because he's in LA. None of this was happening when he was with the Cavs. It's all this stuff is being produced. He's in LA. His kid, I think his kid is in Sierra Canyon. I think that's where his Bronny Jr.'s at. I'm sure his wife has some type of business.
She might have
in LA.
some cook show or something.
I'm
popping
sure.
up.
So like,
whatever her hobby
this is his life.
So
So like, I'm gonna go play for an amazing organization. The Lakers is a huge market where LeBron's name should be in a huge market. He's gonna feed himself with money, with deals, with all this under Magic, one of the greatest businessmen basketball players of all time. And just because Magic is leaving, I don't think that relationship's gonna end.
no, I don't think so either. I think him and Magic will always be cool.
I think it's where he wanted to be. And honestly, he said before that he feels he's proven everything because he won the 2 chips and then beat
one of them in Cleveland.
that. What were they? 72-9,
73-9,
73-9. He beat them.
3-1.
So he's felt like he's proven it. If he doesn't win another championship, I think he's okay.
He's satisfied.
Now I'm not saying he's not competing.
He's not gonna try. Yeah, he's not like
He's not gonna not try. He's too great of a player. That's not his life. We know what he goes through every year to be in that type of shape and play that type of ball. He's not that type of person. But I think he signed it because I think after this he'll retire.
You think he'll retire in LA? Or think he'll go to Cleveland for a year? I think he's just retiring in LA. Ain't no point going
I don't
back.
see a point in going back.
If he didn't win a ring in Cleveland, that's what if he didn't win a ring, I see going back. But ain't no point in going back.
Maybe if they're stacked, he's trash.
Yeah, but it's Cleveland. They're not gonna be stacked.
Exactly. Or maybe like he might go like what is this? I think he has to play one more year to be with his son.
He'd have to play 1 more year after. He'd have to play all 3 years and then sign like a 1 year deal somewhere to play with his son.
He said in the interview he wanted to play with his son, but he
yeah.
said if I'm trash, I'm not.
Yeah.
And in 4 years, LeBron might be trash.
It's possible, yeah.
It depends how he develops his game. Like if he becomes more of a shooter,
Or just go
and
hang
hang
out in the post with
yeah, something like that, he might be all right. But that's that. On to what we got next. What we got next? We got.
So the NBA playoffs start tomorrow, and I'm excited.
You're the only one.
I know. I'm the only one excited. Everyone in the beginning of the season was like, "Oh, the Warriors about to do a three-peat. Kevin Durant's about to get his third MVP."
Yeah.
But for me, I'm super excited about the day-to-day actions that go into basketball. I like the storylines. I like seeing, oh, this player didn't get along with this player. Are they going to play in the next game? They're going to be all right. I like seeing all that stuff. Like, I'm just an NBA nerd, so I like all that stuff. So I'm excited for the playoffs. Like, I'm excited to see, like, even like the Denver San Antonio series. No one probably expects either of those teams to come anywhere near winning an NBA championship, but I'm excited to see their series. Like, I'm excited to see every game for the playoffs because it's just different. The game slows down. You see who's the good coaches. Like, it's playoff basketball. How can you not be excited? Even if everyone says the ending is a foregone conclusion, everything leading up to that will be memorable and enjoyable.
But what if everything leading up to that is a foregone conclusion as well? Like, I can almost tell you, I can make a bracket right here on my paper, and I would put a lot of money on it that I am correct.
I mean, all right, then what
we
you
got real quick. Warriors and Clippers, Warriors. Rockets and Jazz, Rockets. Warriors and Rockets, Warriors. We don't got to worry about games. We don't got to worry about that. Trailblazers, Thunder. This would be the closest one if the Trailblazers weren't a little bit injured.
That's what's up.
Center went down.
The Thunder don't win
CJ
because
still,
the center's down and CJ still a little messed up.
Now Paul George did sit out the last.
Paul George's shoulder's jacked up,
but his shoulder jacked up. He probably still better play with CJ and him being hurt.
All right,
because he dropped 42 the game.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Thunder, Nuggets, and Spurs. The only one I'm not completely. I would say Nuggets.
The Spurs could upset them, but just because of Popovich and
it's Pop.
LaMarcus Aldridge could go off for a good game because Jokic can't play any defense.
100%.
So LaMarcus Aldridge could low key put up like 40.
I think that's the only series I think would be interesting.
But my money would be on Denver.
Yeah, and if they win, they'll lose to the Thunder.
Yes, either team is losing to the Thunder.
Yes, and then
the Thunder can make it to the conference finals.
I think so. Yeah, I think their road is easier because the Rockets are on the opposite end. If the Rockets are on their end,
low key because Portland won that game and went to the third series, the third seed really helped the Thunder out.
It really did. It made it easier. So I think it would be the Thunders and the Warriors. I think the Warriors are getting in 6, and I think let's go to the other side real quick.
Could the Thunder beat the Warriors if Paul George is healthy? and playing like he was earlier when he was an MVP contention?
No, and let me tell you why.
Really?
Season,
Look, even when he was like remember it was MVPG 13?
They were
And he was putting up like 30?
They were
locking everybody up?
I'm trying to tell you.
Playing great basketball?
Warriors during the season and Warriors when they're required to lock up and get right is two different teams.
So I was reading the stat, right? Since the All-Star break, Warriors has had like, I want to say a top 5 defense in the league.
If they want to lock up, that's scary.
And low key, I feel like they locked in right now. They're not really.
They're not here to play.
They're not really like worried. They haven't really had any issues in the locker room.
Not
worried about recently.
They're chilling. They understand. Like, yo, look, we'll worry about all this when the summer comes. Right now, let's go just chill.
All right.
That's what they're thinking. So I'm gonna say Warriors 4-2, and then Bucks and Pistons, Bucks, Celtics, Pacers, Celtics. I know the Celtics are having problems. I ain't really worried about that until they play a decent team.
Yeah.
Pacers without Victor isn't a decent team.
Pacers with Victor, could they have beaten the Celtics with the turmoil that they're having right now?
If they had
a
I'm
shot,
saying no. But if I was the Celtics, I would be scared.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because they haven't been playing well, and Pacers with Victor was a very oddly good team.
How are they still in the? No one was expecting him to still be a playoff team after
no,
literally.
Absolutely
he went down and everybody's like, "Well, there goes the Pacers. They're 5th in the West, East."
I mean, East. The Magic made it in.
All right.
So we got the 76ers and the Nets. If Joel Embiid and this crazy medical staff the Sixers have, if he plays,
first off,
the first series,
Sixers medical staff should have been fired like 2 years ago. They should have been.
They should do what the Eagles did. After the Eagles won their championship, they fired the whole medical staff, the entire staff, whole staff. Get out.
They need to get fired.
The 76ers medical staff is trash. Either that or the communication is trash. But
I would say Brooklyn. I say the Sixers would win, but I wouldn't be surprised if that series goes at least to like 6 games.
Yeah, I can see that. I think Sixers in 4-2, 6 games, 4-2. Raptors Magic.
D'Lo about to drop 30. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's probably gonna average 35 that whole series. Like definitely.
They can't guard it.
They can't guard him now.
Raptors are sweeping.
Yeah, they're sweeping. Like, that's gonna be a joke. I don't think I'll ever even turn that on.
I'm not.
Raptors 76ers. I think 4-1.
Raptors over the Sixers 4-1.
You think the Sixers gonna win?
But 4-1.
Yeah. 4-1. I'm gonna say 4-1.
You think you know somebody, bro?
What was their score with the Celtics last year? Did they get swept?
Nah, they lost. They lost 4-2, I think, against the Celtics.
Was it? If it was 6 games, I'd give them 2 games. I thought it was 4-1. If it was 4-2, nah, I'm not taking that back. Raptors beating them 4-1. Celtics and Bucks. If the Celtics conjure up this old Celtics team from last year, I think the Celtics can win if they get out of this slump they've been in all season. I think they can turn it off 4-1. Yeah, I know. They lost 4-1. I know. I remember, I went to a couple of them games. It was sad nights. It's a lot of money spent for nothing. Celtics and Bucks, if the Celtics can click it on, I think they got it. If I had
that's where I disagree with you. I think the Bucks are beating the Celtics. And I don't care if they click it on or not. I think the Bucks are beating the Celtics. And this is why, right? Because
Malcolm out, dog. I'm not taking it.
He is out. This is true.
And he's playing very well.
Also
the
true.
Celtics clicking is a lot more dangerous.
I don't think the Celtics are going to be clicking.
If they're not clicking, they lose. If they're not clicking,
and I'm taking that into account, and that's why I'm saying the Bucks are winning.
Yeah.
Giannis is going to be the best player on the floor every game.
100%.
And he's going to play. Like, he's going to play like he's the best
I've watched Giannis drop 50 and lose this year.
Yes, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think I got my money on Milwaukee.
I would hope not.
You don't win 60 games on the fluke. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm thinking.
That's not true.
Because, well, this is what I'm saying, right? Here's my thought, because I saw a lot of people say this. A lot of people feel that the teams aren't scared of the Bucks because some teams are looking at the Bucks like, yeah, they get Giannis, but who else they got? They're looking at them, how people looked at the Atlanta Hawks a couple years ago, and it was like probably closer to like 5 years ago now, when they won those 60 games and everybody's like, okay, but it's just something about the Bucks that I think, because they can play such great defense, I think that'll keep them in games, and I think that will hold them to help beat the Celtics. I really do. Because also Marcus Smart's out. I'm pretty sure I heard he's out.
Smart. I think
think
he's
Smart's
out. I don't know if he's out for the year.
I don't know if he's out for all the playoffs.
I think it's the first.
I
I think it's the first series.
Oh, okay. If he comes back
and
and
no type of a difference.
I don't mean, yeah, no, it don't. Okay, so you got the Celtics moving on to the conference finals. I got Milwaukee moving on to the conference finals.
Either way, I think they're getting swept. I'm not going to swept.
Swept in the conference. Either team swept in the conference finals to the Raptors. Oh, jeez.
All right, they're not
What?
getting swept. But the Raptors are going.
I mean, the Raptors are different.
The Raptors are going to the final.
The Raptors, I would agree with you, but they're not
With the
getting
Warriors,
swept.
and I think the score. I think the
That's
Warriors are
gonna
going to win in 6 games. I'm not letting them sweep. I don't think they're sweeping.
No,
I
they're not
think-
sweeping.
I think the Raptors are very well built, and I think that the Warriors are going to win because there's no way the Warriors are losing. If they lose, I'd be super confused and I'd be mad.
6
because
games
why
makes
probably
sense.
resign?
6 games makes sense to me.
Yeah, 4-2.
So you said 6 games makes sense. All right.
So my bracket probably seems as close as yours. The only difference we got is Celtics and Bucks.
Yeah,
It's the only real difference.
it's a couple of games
That's what I'm
difference,
saying.
and like
The
who's gonna win
bracket
in
is
terms of
super,
games,
like-
but it's a little predictable.
It's super predictable. Like that's the only, and I think with everybody, the Bucks and the Celtics are like, well, we know the Celtics were what they were last year.
Yeah.
But this year they're not that, even though they have the same players. I'm confused. Maybe they'll turn it on. So there's still that aspect. But besides that, I think everybody's bracket's the same, and the NBA again. And LeBron's not in the East, and we thought that'd make the East better. But
I think it did make it
it did
better.
because the Bucks. I think the Bucks and the Celtics and
But
the Raptors are three
You have 3 legit teams up
legit
do it.
teams, and I hate that I can't put the Sixers in that. But
They're just doing it. That's
It
good
is.
for me.
it is what it is. I don't know. 2K they probably stupid nice.
A healthy Sixers I could put in there. I feel like fully healthy with Joel not doing stuff.
Joel's never fully healthy, and I don't think he'll ever be fully healthy the rest of his career.
That's scary. That is a scary.
He got dude got
That's a
his
scary
he got
statement.
tendonitis in his knees. They don't go away. You gotta take care of your knees, dude. And then they say he put on like 15 pounds or something while he was down.
I didn't hear that.
WIP name.
Oh, okay, man. If they said it, I believe it.
Plug.
Yeah.
They say he put on 15 pounds.
I mean, we gonna
And
trade
he's
Ben
not
Simmons in the
conditioned.
offseason, so
I
sorry.
mean, I hope we trade Ben Simmons.
We gonna pick up. We gonna pick up your boy Kemba.
Kemba Walker to the Sixers. Yo, we need to add the Sixers page. Kemba to the Sixers.
So those are our predictions for the playoffs, and like G said earlier, there's a lot of teams that have a lot of free agents this season. So we just want to talk about a couple of them, of who's going to be free agents, and maybe where we think they go, or maybe how we think they can impact the team. Who's first on the list, G? I'm pulling it up right now.
So I don't know if our list match.
Well, then who's first on your list?
So who I got here? KD. I'm gonna just put Knicks because that's where I think he's going.
Wow, KD to the Knicks.
Clay.
Okay.
I think he's gonna end up in LA.
You don't think Klay Thompson is staying on the Warriors?
For what?
What do you mean for what?
They got enough money to give him a bag?
If KD leaves, they got enough money to give him back. If KD leaves, they can give him a max because they're not signing DeMarcus Cousins. KD's gonna leave and they're gonna turn into the old Warriors. That's literally what's gonna happen.
All right. They're gonna be the old Warriors, but the
You
old
just
Warriors
trying to break up the whole Warriors.
The thing
Also,
is, like, I feel
Klay
like
to the Lakers.
Clay
Good
knows
Lord.
if it's just him and Steph, they're not gonna win again.
I don't believe that at all. They can.
You think Steph
can
and
win.
Clay
They can
is
win.
beating the current right now? Take KD off and DeMarcus off. That team is beating the current.
So I'll put it to you this way.
Current
No, listen.
Thunder,
I'll put it to you this way.
current
Listen,
Raptors.
this is why. You take KD first to take DeMarcus off. They're gonna sign somebody else. There's not gonna be there's not gonna be like an all-star type, maybe like a superstar type player, but they could get. I'm trying to think of an example, but they would sign.
Why is there Jimmy Butler?
Not Jimmy, but they can sign like a Tobias type player. They can sign like a Tobias, Spencer Dinwiddie, like that type of level of player. You know what I mean?
Thunder won't beat that team.
Like
Rockets won't beat that team.
they have a chance to, but it's not a foregone conclusion still.
I mean, it would make the NBA.
You're talking about
it'd
Steph
make the
Curry.
NBA better. Yeah,
You're talking about 2 guys who can explode for 50 points, and like Klay Thompson can explode for 50 points to take 8 dribbles. Like no one else in the league can do that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But KD's
gonna leave.
He's gonna leave.
KD's going to leave, especially if he wins the 3rd MVP, Finals MVP.
You know what I think about DeMarcus? I
He
think
can mess around and stay. He'd be like,
here's the crazy thing.
just throw me $10 million. I'll
One,
stay.
I think he can stay. Two, I think that the Lakers are going to use him as trash pickup. Like, if we can't sign nobody, he's probably the best free agent like that's going to be left.
I've already thought about
I think I think they have a list of names that's their trash pickup.
DeMarcus
Like-
Cousins, I think, is a player who, remember I said a lot of players don't get a bag that probably don't deserve a bag? He could be one of them.
And I think he's the best of the players that don't deserve a bag.
I mean, he is the best of the players that don't deserve a bag.
I think he
but-
deserves a bag, not a max, or nothing crazy, but I think he deserves a little something. I think that on the trash list of the Lakers is DeMarcus and Jimmy Butler. On the trash list.
That is, can you imagine if that's how they strike out? That's what they end up with.
That'd be better.
It would be way better. It would make them title contenders.
Let KD go to the East.
And they're title
They're
contenders.
title contenders.
LeBron, Jimmy,
Jimmy and DeMarcus is a title contender team.
And especially
Kyle
if they can manage to keep a lot of the young guys, yeah, they're title
Lonzo
contenders.
take a step up, or just take a step.
Whoa. First off, I'm not gonna let you slander Lonzo. I've become a Lonzo fan this season.
I'm a Lonzo fan.
I think he gets a
I
lot
just
of
like- I
slander
just like
because
him.
of his brand and all that trash mess.
Well, he's done with them. So
He is. Thank the
that's not
Lord.
even something
Thank the Lord. But
that is crazy.
I just think he's really good. I think people still say he can't shoot. Look at his numbers. He can. And I think it's like, I mean, he's not a great shooter, but he shoots better than Ben Simmons.
Yeah, he can put the ball. Well, he shoots.
I know.
Compared to
I
Ben
know.
Simmons.
He plays great defense. He's a highly underrated defender, in my opinion.
I don't think he's underrated.
You don't think I think he's still underrated.
I think everybody knows he's the best defender on the Lakers. Wasn't he
Yeah.
averaging? I think
He's
if
the
he would have
best.
played this whole year, I think he would have been ahead of Paul George for steals.
He's the best.
Paul
defender
George
in the
had
league.
2.5.
Wow, I didn't even think about it. Yeah,
He's
Lonzo's
because
defender in
the
the league.
Lakers are trash defensively. I think Lonzo's the best defender on that team, and that's why you can't get rid of Lonzo. Well, you can, but you shouldn't.
Wow, yeah, he's the best defender on the team.
So I think what I honestly think. Well, let me get back on track here.
Yeah.
DeMarcus, who knows where he's going? He can stay with the Warriors. They give him a little bit of bread. I honestly think the Lakers won't get Kawhi or KD or Clay. So I think they're going to end up with
from what I'm
DeMarcus
hearing-
and I think Kemba.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. That was my next.
I think they're going to end up with Kemba, and I hope so because LeBron needs Kemba. I'm not going to say is the poor man's Kyrie.
You can say
He's
it.
the middle class man Kyrie. He's not
He's
a
blue
poor
collar
man.
Kyrie.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. He's not terrible, but he's
He
not
got like
Kyrie.
a welfare Kyrie. He like blue collar Kyrie.
But he
He's
is
upper
like-
middle class Kyrie.
He is the next right step under.
He's the next best thing.
Kyrie.
In terms of that type of, in terms of the point guard that's shifty, ball handler, like that dagger mentality, hit a game winner in your eye, finish with either hand at the rim. It's like Kyrie and Kemba.
Yes,
Like
100%.
same type of archetype of point guard.
So I think if they get that, they're straight. Patrick Bev, I believe.
Oh, yeah, he is a free agent. Yeah.
I think the Sixers need Patrick. I think the Sixers need a gritty defensive player because they can't guard guards, and I think Patrick Beverley is one of the best guard defending people in the league. I think the Sixers should go after Patrick, and it's crazy because sometimes I feel like, how can we think about stuff like this, but the organization can't? I hope they're paying attention to that because I think that's somebody you can pick up for a small price, especially if Jimmy walks away from
He's
you.
not going to ask for that much money.
He's never going to ask for that much. You know he's not a bag deserving person. Jeff Teague doesn't matter. Derrick Rose, I heard he wants to go back to the Bulls. He's open to the idea.
Yo, I heard that.
It's cool. He left.
That would be cool, but that makes you think Derrick
retire.
Rose might be trying to retire.
He needs to retire. If he's saying I would like to go back to the Bulls,
Because there's nothing for him there.
I think he's gonna
Like,
go back.
there's no
Bunch of
playoff
young kids.
opportunities.
Yeah,
There's that's like a y'all just gonna go play for the city that put me on,
Wait.
and then
go back to Miami and retire.
Derrick Rose retiring. That'd be sad to see, dude.
I think Derrick Rose is gonna retire. I think he's gonna play another. I'm gonna say 2 years.
Another 2 years with
And
the
I
Bulls
think,
and
I
retire.
think he's gonna retire.
See, I'd rather him go to a playoff team. I think he can offer something. There.
Yeah,
He's
I
shown.
would rather
He's shown
see
this
him in
season
the
on the
playoffs
Timberwolves
in
that
the
he can offer
finals,
something.
something. But then again, let me not say that because whenever we say shit like that, like the Warriors are gonna go sign him, and then we're just gonna be like, the Sixers, Jimmy, Tobias, everybody they've got this year through trades is all free agents.
So Sixers have JJ Redick, Jimmy Butler. Wow. Yeah.
Tobias.
TJ McConnell, Tobias.
The whole squad is free agents.
Boban, Mike Scott.
And I'm scared that everybody they got in the trade is going to walk away.
Okay, all right.
So
you're saying Jimmy's going to walk.
Jimmy, Tobias, Boban, and Mike
Scott
will walk.
All right. So I'm gonna say we can keep.
We can keep Tobias. Keep Boban too.
This is what I'm nervous about. This is why I'm nervous. We could keep Tobias, but I think he's going to warrant a lot of money to keep him. And I think he's.
I think he's better with more touches. You get rid of Jimmy, you get more touches. There's a lot of people that need touches.
Because he was hooping for the Clippers.
He had more touches. You know how many touches Jimmy, Tobias,
he don't get that many touches. He don't get that many touches.
It's a lot of touches. Ben's bringing the ball down. They always
Tobias
want
is
to jam
younger
the
too.
ball to, and he's young. You never want to get rid of
He
a young
shoots the
player
three
like
well.
that. He's one of the best 3 shooters in the league. Like, that's the last person they should get rid of.
But do you get Tobias like a near max? Like, I can see Tobias, like, this is why I say it. I can see Tobias, like, getting like a 4-year 120 from a team. Like, that type of money. Because there's a lot of teams with money. Like, I really can see a team throwing 4 years 120. And I think the Sixers would have to match that to get him to stay, depending on what, like, unless it's like a trash team that offers it and he wants to stay trying to win.
I would say start at 4-year 100 and try to go up from there if you need to. But I would say
I would say sign a 4-year 100.
I would say 4 years. That's a lot of money.
It is
$25 million a year. You're young. You're on a
and he can get another
team
contract
in a
later.
great city.
He'll get
And
another
I would
contract
tell Boban will take you too because Joel don't play a lot. Joel's always hurt. Like if we needed, like here's the thing, Joel, if Boban's on your team, he's a presence because he's huge.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he was for the Clippers. And when you watch the Sixers now,
minutes.
when he's on the court, it's just like, teams are like, how we
yo,
guard
shoot.
this?
No, don't go to the lane. Yeah, and he just turns around and does a little stupid layup that he does.
Or he just dunks it, both feet on the ground.
Exactly, both feet on, he just goes and puts it in the rim like a cookie jar.
Yeah.
Something crazy. So, I mean, I don't know.
Sixers bring back TJ McConnell for the low. I feel like not many people won't get no money.
I said
Just
get rid of him and go get Rondo.
Rondo.
Backup point guard.
Oh, yeah.
That
makes a lot of sense.
Better mentor Ben.
That makes a lot of sense.
I think Ben needs a mentor. I think he'll work with Magic this summer. Also, since all this stuff went down. But I say get rid of TJ, bring in Rondo. I don't think they're gonna give Jimmy as much money as Jimmy wants. And that's
Sixers won't. No, somebody will team up, but the Sixers won't.
But I think they need Patrick. I think they need Rondo, and then I think they need another big time scorer. I don't know who that would be. I guess at that point, do you resign?
So the names you just said, the only thing I see issue with, that's just more non-shooters at the point guard position. Just a thought. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
Because you said Patrick and Rondo. Like, Patrick's a better shooter than I would say than Rondo, but...
I mean, I would start Patrick. I'd move Ben. Ben has to move.
Oh, like just...
Ben can't be a point guard.
And move him to a different position?
I think
Okay.
Yeah, different position. I don't put Ben on no bench. If you're going to put Ben on the bench, trade him.
No, I mean, like, I thought you were moving to a different team, but I see you're saying move to a different position.
He has to be, not bench, another position. I think he has to move to another position. I think as long as the Sixers play this game where they're trying to make him a point forward, you're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
You got to stop sooner or later. Like, how as a point guard, when you come down the court into a half-court offense and everybody backs up and clogs up the paint and you have one extra roaming player helping defend off your pass, where do you go? It's a simple defense, but it works.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I just don't understand it. I mean, besides that, like, Jeannie Buss said that Kawhi is her target. I don't know.
I think everyone and their grandma is saying Kawhi is going to the Clippers for some reason.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he wants to be the guy. And
I think it's not only just being the guy. I don't know.
I don't know. He's another quiet.
He's quiet. That's all I'm saying. Same thing. I don't know.
He's quiet.
He don't say nothing. He just balls.
You just don't know.
But I also think I'd love to see him being coached by Doc Rivers.
I can see that. I can see. Yeah.
Doc Rivers is a great coach, right?
Yeah, 100%. One person I don't have on the list, which is crazy, is Kyrie. If KD go to the Knicks, Kyrie going to the Knicks. Period.
That makes sense.
Period.
That makes sense.
Kyrie's a New Jersey boy. Why not? You get to play that close to your home with KD. The Knicks probably gonna have a very high pick. You're relevant.
Yeah, Drake's gonna have
Very high pick.
top 5 pick probably
Yeah.
at least.
You're gonna be very relevant. Whether it's Zion, whether it's RJ Barrett, whether it's all these people you can pick from. I think they're gonna be super relevant. In the East, KD and Kyrie can do serious damage if the right pieces are around them. They can do some serious damage.
I mean, yeah, because the Knicks are going to end up with the first round pick and they're going to trade for AD.
Yeah. Can you imagine AD, KD, and Kyrie? Shit rhymes. That's crazy. That is insane. I can't even imagine what to do at that point. Who else we got? Yeah, Rudy Gay, Kent. Little players like that. I think teams that need a bench, teams that need to fill out, they'll go there. But I don't think it'll be anything that'll shake the league. I don't think.
Like Rodney Hood and his cancer. Just like some other players.
Yeah, little players that could be a good bench piece. And I think that's something else the Sixers need to work on.
Filling out that bench.
You got to. They took a big chance this year, and if this year doesn't work out, they need to figure out what you need to do and you need to build.
Only player on that bench I actually really like is TJ McConnell and sometimes Mike Scott. Everyone else, I'm like, y'all.
Yeah, you can get rid of everybody
Y'all
else.
can go.
I'm cool.
Y'all not really doing much about it.
Every time we look up, it's a new G League player on their team. So
That's a
confused
fact.
on where that spot's coming from. But
That's a fact.
every week I'm like, yo, Hawk, I send you out to the group chat. Who's this? Who's this? Who's this?
You saw we just signed Greg Monroe to a 10-day?
At the end of the year. My God.
Because they knew Joel was going to be here to play.
The Moose. I don't know. It's crazy. But on from that, that's pretty much our predictions for the offseason. Player rewards.
Yeah, so now we got
Awards. What we got?
player awards for the regular season awards. I'll go down the list and we'll just give what your thoughts were and who's your winner. First, we'll start with most improved player.
D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty easy. I feel like, but at the same time, if you look at the numbers, the Pascal Siakam's numbers have jumped a whole lot more than D'Lo's.
I don't care about it.
But
D'Angelo was carrying a terrible team to a half decent.
first off, the Nets aren't terrible. They're not terrible.
Take D'Lo off that team. How many games do they lose more? Take D'Lo off.
But you still have Spencer. You
No,
still
just
have.
answer the question. That's all I want. Take him off. I can tell you right now. I think he's won at least 6 games off a buzzer beater.
I mean,
I've seen them losing another 15.
D'Lo's most improved. I'd agree with you on that. I'd agree with you. I don't know if he'll win it, but I agree with you. I think it'd be a catastrophe if he doesn't win it. But
I don't see who they. I mean,
Pascal. I think a lot of people are really feeling Pascal Siakam, but
he just energized everybody. I feel like
it's D'Lo to me.
D'Lo is like, you got excited watching his growth.
Yes.
There's one when somebody just grows and it's like, okay, they're better, and then it's like, yo, this kid is balling. Like, it's a whole nother thing. So I think the feeling that comes with watching D'Lo and where he came from is kind of like, the Lakers will feel we're great.
Oh yeah,
Like,
just
yo,
because
we need a point guard. This kid is balling. You know what I mean? Like, so I think he'll get that. What we got?
Coach of the year. Mine is Mike Budenholzer from the Milwaukee Bucks. He took a team that was 8th in the East to win 60 games in his first year there. He got them. He got them shooting threes, and he got them playing defense.
I would agree. I would agree with that. At first, I was thinking Doc.
That was my honorable mention
Because
I don't mention Doc Rivers.
He took a team that's actually trying to tank.
They said, "Nah, we're gonna
To
still
the
be good."
playoffs in the West. Which
Took a
is
team that's
crazy.
trying to take mid-season, like, yo, let's be
Mid-season,
really bad.
yo,
Trade away our
get
best
rid of
player.
Our best player.
And Doc's like, nah,
And
you making the
Boban.
playoffs.
And yo, we're gonna try to tank and get a pick.
Doc
now
said,
you're
nah.
stuck in like that middle ground.
NBA purgatory.
Because we're gonna go to the
That's what I call
playoffs. So yeah, argue that, Mike.
Sixth man of the year.
Here's the thing.
I feel like you're about not to say the name I'm thinking of.
I wanted to give it to Derek in the beginning of the year, but I think he fell off.
Oh yeah, a little bit. He fell off.
I
could give it to Derek.
I don't care who's gonna win. I'm gonna give it to D Wade.
You know what's crazy?
He's retiring.
I said that the other day. I was like, because I didn't realize he pretty much didn't start at all this
Nah,
season.
he didn't really start.
And I was like, yo, get up to D Wade. Like, I've seen him hit buzzer beaters. I've seen him drop like 30 off the bench.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's D Wade.
But I'm giving it to Lou Williams because they're in the playoffs, and he's like,
Oh
he's
no,
part of their
Lou
team.
Williams. And the crazy thing is how you really know they're tanking when Lou Williams still doesn't really start,
Yeah,
which is crazy because
'Cause
Lou
he's-
Williams
he's-
might be their best player right now.
he is.
Doesn't
Lou
start.
Williams is their best player right now,
And
and
they
it's
keep
either him or
winning.
Gallinari, but he's like either the best or the second best player on that team. He's 6 men off the bench, so
That's
but I did think about that. Give it to D
Well,
Wade.
Lou Williams is good, but I'm not giving it to him. I'm gonna give it to D Wade because D Wade.
All right, I can't be mad at that because it's
That's
D
my
Wade.
man.
It's D Wade. I
That's
can't be
my
mad
man.
at that.
I think they gotta give him something on the way out. That's my man. That's my man.
Rookie of the year.
Luka, because Luka's been consistent all year.
Yeah,
Trey Young has been balling, but it took him a little bit of an adjustment time.
he
But
wasn't good until All Star break.
I'm gonna let you know this. Luka played pros at a very young age overseas.
Yeah,
Very young. So I think
that helped.
it helped his progression. And Trey Young went from college, which he was balling at, but he found like spots in the defense and people didn't cover. He was a really good corner three specialist. He pulled up super deep, and college kids never go that deep when guarding. So when he came to the NBA, and they was like, "Yo, we got something for you. We're not gonna let you do this."
Exactly.
And he had to find a new way of playing his game to be able to be who he is. But recently, he's been nice. I'm excited. I think
They've been
I
playing
think he's
baller.
on track to be like a poor man Stephen Curry.
That makes sense. Atlanta. If you watch an Atlanta Hawks game in the last like 3 weeks, last month maybe, they've had some really exciting
Yeah,
games. Like
yeah.
they're actually
They've been
a
balling.
fun team to
I
watch.
want to say they beat the Sixers at least twice.
They
this year.
did. Luke, Trey Young hit a buzzer beater over the Sixers, like a floater to win the game. Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, PG.
Yeah. I still got PG. He's leading the league in steals. He's playing elite defense. He guards the best player on the other team every night.
Yeah.
Honorable mention is always, I feel like for me, always going to be Rudy Gobert. But
Yeah.
I think PG just led that Thunder team to just have some elite defense. Yeah, his injury really messed him up probably the last month of the season. But I still got him as my defensive player of the year.
Yeah, I got PG as well.
Last but definitely not least, MVP of the league.
All right. It's hard. All right. Obviously, everybody between me and you, everybody who's listening to this, people who don't watch the NBA know that it's between Giannis and Harden.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. Giannis has been more consistent. They didn't have this crazy, like, last place in the East in the beginning of the season. I think the Rockets were bad for the first 20 games.
Rockets were 11th in the West at one point.
And it was like, it wasn't like the first, like, 5 games.
No, it was like the first like 20 some games.
It was pretty bad. But then Harden, when he came together, Like, this man, I feel like he was dropping 50 every night.
I think his record ended at 30 games in a row with 30 plus points.
It's insane.
The storyline's on the Harden side.
It's hard because Giannis has made such an improvement. Their team has made such an improvement. Their coach, his play, just everything about him. But I think just because I have to question it, I got to give it to Harden. Just because I have to question it. Like, you can see I'm sitting here trying to find reasons to give it to the Greek freak, but I can't. It's just like offense. Like, I understand. All right, so I'm gonna put it this way. And I heard on ESPN they talked about being the best player and the most dominant player. And everybody agrees that the best is not always the most dominant. When Kobe and Shaq were together, Kobe was a better player. Shaq was more dominant. You can't stop Shaq. Shaq was a force. Prime Shaq is more dominant. Kobe is a better player. Like, I'm gonna put it this way. I'm trying to think. Warriors, when they first got KD, I think LeBron's a more dominant player. I think KD was a better player at the time. But I think LeBron was more dominant than KD at that point.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, I mean, you make sense.
I think
I hear what
Giannis
you're saying.
is more dominant in the game, but I think, like, if you ever watch like just the rhythm of how James Harden plays basketball, it's like effortless. Like I'm not trying. I'm gonna come down the court, smooth.
He's got a
four-step
He's got a very
four-step, bang, and I'm gonna pop this deep old three, and it's gonna drop. And it's effortless.
I'm hearing you.
It's smooth. It's like music to the game. It's beautiful. The way he plays basketball is beautiful. It literally is. Like I wanna. It's hard. It is. I want to give it to Giannis, but I can't. And just the fact that I'm just searching for reasons to give it to him proves that my mental is like, dog, is James, and I think James is gonna end up getting it.
I gotta go Giannis.
I understand that.
For the level of consistency he's played all season, the fact that low key Giannis is a candidate for MVP, Most Improved Player, and Defensive Player of the Year. Low key, he's impacted the game on both sides of the ball tremendously.
Yeah.
And personally, I always give a little bit of a nod to players who can play both sides of the ball. I just always gravitate to them, those type of players. And I think that Giannis has really, to me, proven that like he's ready to take this league over. Like he's ready for in a couple of years. Like yo, I'm like, even if not like take the league over, he's ready to be like yo, I'm one of the best players in the league, and I realize I am. And like people saw the potential in him last year, and this year he's like no, I am one of the best players in the league. There's no potential. Like I'm like put me in the top 5 conversation because that's where he wants to go. Yeah. So for me, it's Giannis. Like I think he's just really put his team on his back. He's impacted the game on all sides. And I just think he's got it. I think he's got it. He's got that it factor for me. He's got that. He plays with a chip on the shoulder. He's kind of like angry all the time. He don't really want to be messing with no other all-stars. He's like, yeah, I'm just doing me, fam. And I respect that. Like he's like, yeah, I'm not trying to work out with nobody. I'm just doing me, and I like that about him. So Giannis is my MVP for this
season. This summer, we're gonna see a shirtless pic with him and LeBron. But you know what I'm saying.
I feel you. He's saying this now. Next thing you know, he's gonna be in Hawaii balling somebody.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
All right. So, Hawk, you got anything else? Or we wrapping up here. What we doing?
That's pretty much it. I got everything. I thought this was a really great first episode. I don't have any other thoughts besides I'm just ready for playoffs, bro.
First episode out the way.
Know what I mean? When more episodes gonna be dropping, bro?
So the plan is we'll do our recordings Thursday. So I'm gonna let y'all know now. If something crazy happens on a Thursday night, do not ask us why you don't hear it. Because we drop on Friday. We are recording on Thursday. We drop on Friday.
Dropping on Fridays.
Any guests, any people that want to come out, talk with us, sit down, talk with us, just have fun. We got food, some things to drink, whatever. Own little space we could do it in.
Exactly.
Let us know.
Pull up.
Hawk's phone, my phone. I can't give the address on the podcast. I don't know who's gonna hear this.
Exactly.
It's kind of crazy. But
it's up on social media.
Social media, whatever. Hawks Hoops.
At Hawks Hoops.
Plug. I'm not really sure my Instagram name off the back of my head because I don't use that much. But I'll let you know that in episode 2. You know what I mean? But again, thank you for listening for those who are listening.
We'll see you on the next one, guys.